Hi, we are Canary and Coal Mine Designs, and our project is a circuit that will be able to transmit a radio frequency and receive it back. What its implications are is that it will be able to detect radioactivity within the near vicinity. The thing that sets it apart from current devices is that it'll be handheld and easily maneuverable to be able to detect within cargo, vehicles, ships, whereas the current technology is very bulky and there are major gaps as to its detectability of the radiation. And so now here is Avish.
Now that you've heard a little bit about our project, I'd like to introduce you to the members of our team, Jeffrey, Zachary, Nathaniel, and myself, Avish. Along with the core EE classes, Jeffrey has a background in logic design and semiconductor physics. Zachary has a background in integrated circuits and signals and systems. Nathaniel has a background in Verilog and assembly languages, and I have a background in logic design and coding. Our mentor for this project is going to be Dr. Hugh Barnaby, a professor at Arizona State, whose research interests include microelectronic device and sensor manufacturing, as well as analog circuit design. I feel that with our combined knowledge and our willingness to learn, we will be able to make significant headway on this project. Next is Nathaniel, who will go over our progression so far.
Hello, I'm Nathaniel Soderberg. I'm going to talk a little bit about our week-to-week progress. Our first few meetings were basically just getting to know each other, getting a general idea of the project. During that time, we decided on using a voltage-controlled oscillator to generate our chirp signal, along with a sawtooth wave generator to feed into that, so it would ramp up in frequencies. After that first few weeks, we went into more specialized directions. Vish and myself have mostly been doing LT-SPICE simulations. We've more or less finished our design for the sawtooth generator. Still working a little bit more with the voltage-controlled oscillator. Jeffrey has mostly been doing a lot of the paperwork, as long as building physical versions of some of our simulations. And Zach has been mostly looking into the antenna for transmission and receiving, and he was also looking into circulators so that we only need to use one antenna instead of two separate ones. And now here's Zach to talk about our project moving forward.
Thanks, Nate. This is Zach. I'm going to be talking a little bit about our project moving forward. So where we're sitting right now with the simulations is we're hitting about the 10 to 20 megahertz range for our chirp. So one of our biggest challenges moving forward is just getting up that couple orders of magnitude up to the 3 to 7 gigahertz or so for that chirp. So a big part of that is just finding or designing a voltage-controlled oscillator that will be able to go between those ranges, as well as just making sure that the circuit that we have for the sawtooth generator will be able to give us the voltages that we need, and deciding what circuitry we need to put between the stages in order to give it that amplification and make sure that any offsets are taken care of. Along with that, we also need to pinpoint exactly what we want to do with our antenna. We're hoping to use a circulator, as Nate mentioned in his portion of the video. That way we only need to have one antenna broadcasting and receiving, but a big portion of that comes down to cost, depending on how much it will cost to get a circulator that works in the gigahertz range as well. But even with these setbacks and things that we need to think about for the future, we are all very excited and think that we have the skills as a team in order to tackle them. So we're very excited for this project. Thank you very much.